Hey everybody, I want to do an unboxing video today. I got a Victorinox Swiss Army knife here. I was going to talk a little bit about the Swiss Army knife just in general first because I used them from time to time growing up, and to be honest, I never liked them. The blades were always so dull that you could barely, you barely cut butter with them. And I never could get them to sharpen either. Looking online, everybody says that's dumb, that they sharpen really easy and they're good knives. That is so against what my experience with them has been that I decided to try them again, give them another shot, and I got a small one because I wanted to be part of my everyday carry. So I got the Victorinox Midnite Manager, and I got this one because I've kind of fallen in a rabbit hole lately of G-Shocks. I got this for Valentine's Day, the G-Shock, and I really like it a lot, and it has kind of given me this idea that EDC doesn't have to be about guns and knives in general. EDC can be about a timepiece, a calculator, or something like this right here. So this is the unboxing of it. I literally just got home. And so we've got this battery here and then this little guy. And it does have a little button there. And the thing that makes this a Midnite Manager is that this has a flashlight on it. So here's the battery that goes in it. Let's get that in there and see how that light does. And I'm going to take a video of that light because I could not find a video online, a real good one anyway, of exactly how bright this thing is. So this is a SR1130W battery or a 389, and ironically enough, I'm going to have to use the knife to cut into this. So let's just go ahead and try the knife out on this thing. I believe it is right here. And boy, that is a little bitty knife. But let's see how it does here. I mean, it gets into this good enough. I kind of got this just to have in my pocket so that when, you know, packages come in, or if I have to cut into a blister pack just like this, that it's something I can have around and just keep it in my pocket and have it handy. And it certainly is small enough to be that. So I kind of feel like it needs to go this way. Let me try that. That was not the right way. So from the videos I've seen, there's a little hole right here. I can just push that back out. So let me go get one of my picks that I keep handy. This, in my opinion, is one of the most handy things ever. Just take a paper, just keep paper clips around and keep a handful of them around where you pulled the top up, because that is the most handy thing. So I'm going to do this, try to do this on the camera. I'm going to put this in there. I'm going to push. I'm going to push real fucking hard. And okay, there's the door. The door is opened. So let's use this now and maybe push that battery out. Okay, came out easy enough. So let's flip that around this time. Shut the door. Ah, there we go. And, you know, honestly, it's not that bad of a light. It's certainly enough that if you needed just a light, that you could use this. So let's see. Let's take it into a dark room. Do y'all remember that book, In a Dark, Dark Room? I do. That was a really cool ass book. If you're a horror person, you probably do remember it. All right, so this is my bathroom here with no windows or nothing. I'm going to shut the door behind me, and here we are. All right, so let's see what this looks like. Yeah. I'm not going to just show off everything. Hello. So, there's the glow of my phone. You can see it. And then here's this light. All right, so here we've got a bottle of Miller Lite. This is their new, I think, bottle opener. It's got a Phillips head on it, on the end of it, and then it also has a wire stripper, and I'm going to get into that here in a minute. But let's see how it does on this bottle. I'll try to do it where y'all can see it. All right, so there you go. It's I don't know if that's as good as a dedicated bottle opener, but there again, it's kind of like the flashlight. This isn't going to be as good as an actual bottle opener, but it did get the bottle cap off. And if you've ever tried to open a beer bottle or any kind of bottle with a cap without a bottle opener, you know that sometimes it can be a complete pain in the ass. So, got a flashlight, bottle opener. So the wire strippers, I was like 40 something years old before I realized how you're even supposed to use that thing. Here's how you're supposed to do it. You open up your blade and your wire stripper / bottle opener thing. You put the wire in here, and then you kind of, I think you leave it, you must put it like 45-degree angle or something, but you use the blade here, right? And you lean it, you put the blade against the wire, and that is how you strip, by setting it up just like that right there. That's how you strip a wire, using these wire strippers. I didn't really know that. That's kind of interesting. So then we have the one thing that I think really are good. You know, I said I didn't really like Swiss Army knives when I was younger. These are good. I did always find some uses for the scissors, and the scissors normally worked pretty well. So that's pretty self-explanatory, though. Then this file, I don't really see myself using the file a whole lot. I mean, you can get under your nails with it, file nails, that hang nail down or something. But yeah, for the most part, this one I don't really have much of a use for, but I'm sure I'll use it for something. It's too thin to pry with anything. It does have a little flat head here, so I guess you can use it for that. But the real reason I kind of got this thing, number one was the light. I liked that idea. The other one was that right there. That is an ink pen, and I kind of think that's neat. So you push the ink pen out, and then you do that, and then supposedly that makes this pretty comfortable to write with in a pinch. Again, that's like the theme of this whole thing is, does it work in a pinch? And so far, I think it's gonna. Let's see what we got here, what I can write with. All right, well, you know, yeah, that kind of works. All right, so there's, you know, a signature and numbers counting down from 10. It seemed to work all right. It does pretty good. Squiggly line also looks like a signature, but yeah, it's got this little slider here on the side, and from what I understand, those ink cartridges just pull out and pop in, and they are, you can buy refills from Victorinox. So that's actually pretty cool. Actually, I like that idea. And so that brings me to the whole reason that I got this particular model over something like the Rambler, because the Rambler is this exact knife, but it's a tad thinner because it doesn't have an ink pen or a flashlight in it. It just has the other 4 tools: the bottle opener, the file, knife, and scissors. I got this because I work in an office. I'm a analyst. It's just what I do. That's my lifestyle pretty much day to day. I'm an outdoorsman sort of on the weekends, but most of the time my life is in an office. And so this having some stuff like the flashlight so that I can find keys in the dark, or if I'm, traveling somewhere and the car breaks down, I've got a light to at least take a look at stuff. And then the ink pen is nice because there are times when I need to sign something and I forgot the pen, or I don't have one handy. Because honestly, I don't sign much anymore, but that's exactly why I need this, because I don't keep pens around just everywhere I go. I'll keep a lot in the truck, but this is nice because I can have something on me at all times where I can just sign if I need to. And I like that they sell refills for it. And then the light, I mean, why wouldn't you want a light around? I mean, even if you've got a regular EDC light that you carry, why not have this as a backup? If you've got a knife or something, then why not have this as a backup? This can go on your keychain. I don't think I'm going to carry it that way. We're going to see. Because my pockets are already kind of crowded as they are. On my right pocket, I have my wallet and keys, and my left pocket is my phone. So I'm going to see if I can carry this in my left pocket with my phone. I don't really want to add this to my keys because I drive a Toyota Tundra, and for whatever reason, that ignition key is massive on that thing. It takes up way more room in my pocket than I think it should. But anyway, it's a nice little knife. Now, I will say it was kind of hard to find, and then I also think it was kind of expensive. This thing was like $62. I kind of think that's a lot, even with all the neat things and all that. That still seems like a lot of money for what is essentially a 2.5-inch Swiss Army knife, or with a little tiny blade on it. But I don't know. I wanted an EDC knife, or an EDC multi-tool is what I was wanting. I really have some great multi-tools that I like from SOG and Leatherman, but they're huge and I wear them on my belt. I wanted something that I could take with me every day and have really just in my pocket. And this is going to fill that role nicely, I think. This was hard to find a little bit. Had to get it on Amazon, and so I paid $62 for it. But they only had a few of these at that price. Every other Midnite Manager I saw on Amazon was like $112. And that's just flat ridiculous. I would not pay $112 for this. That's insane. But I couldn't find it anywhere else. I called some local stores. They didn't have these. I went to my local gun shop. They didn't even have Swiss Army knives, period, which kind of brings me back to, I'm not sure. I just love Swiss Army knives in general as a multi-tool. I think one this size is good, though, because I think Swiss Army knives just kind of fit into this category better. There's a lot of Swiss Army knives out there that are just massive and huge, and they're just silly. They're like, 7 or 8 layers thick. And I think once you get to that point, you would be worlds better getting a Leatherman or an SOG or some kind of plier-based multi-tool. But in this size, I really think this is going to work. I think this will be pretty handy. Now, the quality of that blade is still in question, but that's why this is an unboxing video and not a full review video. Like I said, when I was in the Scouts, I had my dad's Swiss Army knife, and that blade couldn't cut butter, and I never could get it to sharpen up very well, like at all. So we'll see how it does. It cut into that blister pack pretty well for that battery. It cut that pretty good. So again, it's not about really, is this amazing? It's about, will this work in a pinch? Will this get you out of whatever little situation you need, or that you needed it for? And I think it will, kind of like the bottle opener. I'm a little bit disappointed in the fact that I had to hit that bottle cap like 4 or 5 times with this to make it work, but whatever. It got the bottle open, and that is it's kind of what this little thing is all about. So for $60, that's a little bit high. But again, I was looking for an EDC multi-tool. I was looking for one that could go in my pocket, something I could carry every day. And I think this just kind of fits my lifestyle. Working in an office for the most part, I think this is pretty cool. I like the ink pen a lot. And honestly, I would say this really doesn't feel bad at all. This doesn't feel bad at all. Swiss Army knife. So yeah, it feels fine. That pen works pretty good. I was kind of concerned because I bought this thing and then read a review about how the ink pen is useless. I think what the guy was doing was he was trying to write with it just like this. He didn't pull the file out. So let's try that again. Let's see. Victorinox. I mean, that's my handwriting. That doesn't look any better or worse than it normally does. So yeah, I think it's it didn't bother me writing with it like that. It felt better with the file sticking out or something. You could probably also use the ink pen with that out there too. That would also probably work just as good. Maybe even better because that's a little thicker. You can see that's... Can you? Yeah, that's fairly thick. And I got this over the compact because I liked that this is a little bit thicker. The compact apparently comes with like a really thin bottle opener and can opener combo. And I watched a review where this guy said his bent. So that's kind of why I went with just a traditional something like this. Now, if you were to get a Rambler, it has just the tools, no light, no pen, but it's only like $25. That is much more reasonable for something like this. And I think the Manager has the ink pen, but no light. I don't know how much it is, but if it's 30 something, I would say that was fine too, even though you're essentially paying $10 for an ink pen, which is ridiculous, but whatever. For $60, this is a little much, but I think it fits exactly what I was looking for, and I think it'll be a really handy little tool. And yeah, I think it's pretty neat. It is a little bit high, but for 112, it's super high. But with the tariffs and everything coming up, I don't know how much stuff's going to be in the next few months anyway. So we may as well go ahead and get it now, right? Isn't that how inflation works? That actually is how inflation works. That's how inflation gets worse. People think that prices are going to go up later, so they buy everything today, and then it's like a death spiral. Because supply goes down, prices then have to go up anyway, and it just gets worse and worse. But anyway, yeah, I'm impressed with the light. I like that you can just swap it out, the battery. I like that the battery is easy to swap out. You saw me do it when I put the battery in wrong. And it's an easy to find battery. It's not some weird battery. I think you can get that size at Walmart. And if you can't, you can buy it online. $3.89 or an SR1130W. Yeah, it should be pretty easy to get. Really neat. So yeah, there you go, guys. The Victorinox Midnite Manager Swiss Army knife. I'm going to try to do an actual review of it after a certain amount of time, and we'll see if it has caused me to change my mind on Swiss Army knives. And in the meantime, we'll see you later. Y'all take it easy, and we'll see you down the road.